everybody, and welcome to the latest video. Today we've got quite a complicated question. It's a higher question, and this is certainly for those people who are looking to be getting the grade 8s and the grade 9s. So here we go straight in with this question, okay? Now, the first thing that we need to recognise with this is that what we've got are a couple of ratios, but the ratios are expressed algebraically, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to rewrite these in a way that I'm going to be more familiar with. So 2x minus 1 as a fraction, x minus 4. And that equals 16x plus 1 over 2x minus 1. Okay? So once I've got that, I can then start to work with these, okay? What I'm going to do a little bit of cross multiplying to get rid of the denominators, okay? So I'm going to pop this up here, and I'm going to pop this up here, okay? So my first bracket is going to start up here. So I've got 2x minus 1 multiplied by 2x minus 1. And that equals 16x plus 1 multiplied by, I didn't need to do multiply there, did I? I do apologise. Multiplied by x minus 4. Okay? So now that I've got that, I can then start to expand the brackets with a view to starting to solve it, okay? So let's start on the left-hand side. So I have 2x times 2x is 4x squared. I've got negative 2x and another negative 2x. So that's going to be negative 4x. And I've got negative 1 times negative 1, which is plus 1. And that is equal to 16x times x is 16x squared. Positive 1x minus 64x is negative 63x. And positive 1 times negative 4 is negative 4. Okay? Now I have a quadratic. What I can start to do is I can start to rearrange this and put it into a format that we know the most, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to choose the right hand side as the one that I'm going to keep, okay? So I'm going to have 16x squared take away 4x squared, okay? So I've got rid of that. Then I've got negative or take away 63x. And then I'm going to get rid of this, so I'm going to do the inverse. I'm going to add it. So add 4x. And then I've got negative 4. Then the inverse of that is going to be take away 1. Okay? And that's going to equal 0. So I've got, let's have a look. So I've got 16x squared take away 4x squared is 12x squared. Negative 63 add 4 is going to be negative 59x. And negative 4 take away 1 is going to be negative 5. Okay? Okay, so the next stage with this is I need to start to factorise. Now if I look, I've got a coefficient of x squared, which means that what I need to do is I need to do 12 multiplied by negative 5. So 12 times negative 5 equals negative 60. So what I'm doing, let's just cross these off so we know they're clear. So what I'm doing is I'm finding two numbers that multiply to make negative 60 and add to make negative 59, which is the value, of course, that I've got here. Okay? As it happens, that's a nice and straightforward one. So my factors are going to be negative 60 and positive 1. Okay? So here are my factors. Now you'll remember, with any question such as this, What I then need to do, I need to decide which of these, negative 60 or 1, is a factor of 12, okay? And the one that's a factor of 12, in this case, is 1. So I divide 12 by 1, and that gives me my factor of 12x, okay? Got 12x. And then at that point, I can then start to multiply it. So that's going to be plus 1. And then with the second bracket, of course, what I need to do is I take this other factor here, which is negative 60, and I need to divide it by 12, which gives me negative 5, okay? The 12 being, of course, from here, okay? So if I look now as I start to factorize this out, I get negative 60x plus x gives us negative 59x. 12x times x is 12x squared, and plus 1 multiplied by negative 5 gives us negative 5. So we've checked that, and that all works, okay? Once I've got that, I can then find my values, and my values are going to be that x equals negative 1 over 12, or x equals 5. Because if you remember, what we're doing is we're finding the inverse of each of these, okay? So the inverse of this one is going to be negative 1 over 12, and the inverse of this is going to be positive 5. So my answer that I need to express clearly is here, okay? X is negative 1 over 12, or x equals 5. Right. Quite an involved question there, and one that you may have noticed I had to take a couple of little breathers with, as I made just a couple of little mistakes. But listen, guys, if you're going to do that, don't worry about it, okay? Focus on the question, focus on what you need to do, and you'll get there. And if you make a mistake, pause, stop, take a step back, and you'll get there, okay? I don't want you to think that I'm making these questions easy, okay? Some of these questions you do have to think about. But what's important is that you don't give up, and what's important is that you try your hardest with each step of it, okay? So there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, that is your question for today. I hope you found it useful. Let me know either way, and I will see you guys soon. All right? Thank you for watching, and take care. Bye for now. Bye-bye.